With customers increasingly becoming more conscious about their preferences, they are demanding the same from their brands too. Gone are the days when you had to settle for a face wash or body scrub from one of the few available brands. Today, we have M Caffeine, a personal care direct-to-consumer or D2C brand that makes caffeine-based products, which it claims are vegan and hence more natural than the existing products in the market. Similarly, men's grooming has evolved as a niche market in itself. So we have Bombay Shaving Company, offering solutions to men's grooming needs such as shaving foams and razors, hair styling wax, and even charcoal facial kits. There are other brands like Ustra and Beardo in the same segment, which are also making a deep cut. So, let us look at the difference between the D2C and traditional retailers. A traditional retailer would manufacture the product, sell it to a wholesaler, who would then have to rope in a distributor, and finally get their products at a retail store from where the consumer would buy it. But D2C brands cut out the middleman. They manufacture their products, advertise them on the internet, and deliver them to consumers directly. By skipping the traditional fast-moving consumer goods or FMCG sales route, D2C companies say they are able to offer better prices to customers while earning higher margins at the same time. It is also about striking the right connection. D2C brands use social media to maintain a lasting connection with their consumers. There is a direct feedback loop, from where they pick up on conversations happening online and also use social media influencers to create content for Instagram to sell their products. For instance, Bewakoof, which today is a full-stack fashion e-commerce platform, started in 2012 as a brand selling quirky mobile covers and other accessories. The brand has a feature called Vote for a Design, where some of the company's designs are put out for vote by customers. Only the designs with a certain number of votes go into production. The rest are shelved. Let's go to Bombay Shaving Company's COO Deepak Gupta to understand more about the things that a D2C brand does differently.
Compared to large brands, we don't work with any agencies. We do all the stuff in-house. Our brand team, performance marketing team, and design team sit side by side and take decisions on the campaigns, the feedback from the campaign, and the agility required to make changes to the campaign is done all in-house at the same point of time. So this is very important for the success of a D2C business, which is difficult to do in a large corporate setup trying to build a D2C business. The design team is not measured only on the aesthetics of the creative, but also on the CTRs their creative get. For them, this become an important KPI to deliver to the business. The kind of team you hire for the business. We believe that D2C is not a FMCG business. It's a data science backed by consumer insight. So hiring of the right talent is important. We hire raw talent and then make sure that they go through the entire consumer journey and over a period of time become brand experts. So that's how we build the team. This is the edge we have over the large brands.
Earlier last month, fresh meat and seafood brand Licious announced that it had become India's first D2C unicorn. India has about 600 D2C brands at present. The sector was valued at over $1 billion at the end of FY21. And according to an Avendus Capital report last year, it is expected to grow to $100 billion by 2025. We spoke to Shivani Podar, co-founder and CEO of fashion brands Fab Alley and India, about how better data analytics ensures a nimble supply chain for D2C companies.
What D2C really means is that we sell a large part of our merchandise direct to consumer. And that really helps us get the right data in terms of what the customers are looking for, in terms of what do they like, not like, what price points are working, to really the last minutest degree of information. And that really helps our supply chain, because in terms of supply chain, which is very fast in fashion, where you really need data and analytics to understand the movement of different products and why they're moving or not moving, we are able to track that till almost like 90% accuracy in terms of knowing what attributes are working for us. And that's what makes our supply chain much more nimble, agile, and flexible, as opposed to the larger companies where typical lead times for fashion range from 6 months to 12 months. But for us, for example, it will be less than 45 days. And that's how we've built our entire supply chain. And that's what D2C really does for a fashion house. It makes it so fast.
It's never been easier to start a D2C company. One can set up an online store quickly by using e-commerce software from Shopify, Magento, BigCommerce, Volution, Wix, etc. There are payment gateway solutions from Razorpay, Paytm, PayU, and PayPal, among others. Similarly, companies like ShipRocket, Delivery, and Ecom Express offer logistics solution to these companies. Clearly, the D2C wave can spawn several more brands in niche categories.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.